Another firearm seizing operation linked to foul murder plot in Jox Hill. The police are reporting that they have seized a fifth firearm following the foul murder plot on Jox Hill Road in St. Andrew, which resulted in the death of 5 men on Monday. According to the Jamaica Constabulary Force, a 9mm pistol with 50 rounds of ammunition was discovered during a second operation on Tuesday between 2:30 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. along Jox Hills Road. On Monday, a confrontation reportedly ensued between the police and armed men who were allegedly contracted to carry out a murder on Jox Hill Road. The confrontation resulted in 5 men being fatally shot and the initial seizure of 4 firearms. The identities of the deceased men have not yet been revealed. Worker at Western Union in Spanish Town pleads guilty to stealing over $3.3 million. A 22-year-old man who was employed at a Western Union outlet in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, pleaded guilty to stealing over $3.3 million from the entity. Takodor Beckford, who was employed as a clerk, admitted to the offense of larceny as a servant and is to be sentenced on September 2nd. A social inquiry report was ordered. Facts are that on January 13, 2025, Beckford stole the money from the company, which had a glitch in its payment system. Beckford was confronted and the police were called in. He was taken into custody on suspicion of larceny as a servant. He subsequently gave a caution statement to the police and was arrested and charged. Area 5 police urged citizens to refrain from moving, defacing, and destroying political signs. The Area 5 police are urging citizens to refrain from removing, defacing, or destroying political signs. There have been reports of such acts in recent weeks, including in Area 5, which entails 39 stations covering the division of St. Thomas, St. Andrew North, St. Catherine North, and St. Catherine South. Speaking at the St. Catherine South Police Division Town Hall meeting on Sunday, Area 5 Commander Officer of Police Christopher Phillips said lawmen will be ramping up their efforts in communities to ensure order during the campaign period. He also urged political leaders to ensure that they are demonstrating a high level of professionalism and respect.
The defacing and tearing down of political signs across the area and with some other unwelcome behavior. I want to say that this kind of activity is really unacceptable, and we will not be tolerating any conduct that threatens to bring disorder within our police space. As police officers, you know that our role is to ensure a safe and fair electoral process for all the citizens. So we will be increasing our presence in those affected communities to monitor the situation and take necessary actions to prevent and investigate any instances of vandalism or other forms of electoral interference. So I would really want to urge at this time our political leaders and representatives within our various communities within St. Catherine South, and I know the message would reach out to for the other communities across Area 5, to ensure that you're demonstrating high levels of professionalism and respect. At the same time, to help us to maintain the order, to encourage your followers and supporters to do the same. Let's work together to promote a peaceful and respectful electoral process.
JFJ renews call for body-worn cameras during planned security operations. Lobby group Jamaicans for Justice is again calling for the use of body-worn cameras by the security forces during planned operations. That call follows the incident in Jox Hill, St. Andrew, where 5 men were fatally shot by the police. The police say 4 firearms were seized during the incident. Since the start of the year, 184 people have been killed in armed confrontation by the police. Speaking with reporters, Executive Director of JFJ, Ms. Jackson, again highlighted the lack of body-worn cameras being used by the security forces on planned operations. She has called on Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake to provide an update on when the police will start using body-worn cameras on planned police operations.
So yes, you want beat patrol officers to be wearing body-worn cameras because that is where the everyday interaction with citizens would occur. However, if it is that you're having more planned operations and they are not rugged terrain, I can't see any justification for some of the existing body-worn cameras not to be redeployed to be utilized in these planned operations. And certainly, we haven't had an update from the police high command about those body-worn cameras that they're procuring. How many of those newly procured body-worn cameras will be deployed for planned operations and tactical operations? And if it is that we were to accept that there is a significant enough proportion of incidents that are in rugged terrains or being undertaken in certain tactical operations where you would need different type of body-worn cameras for those operations, the question we must be asking ourselves, and certainly of the police high command, how many body-worn cameras will be procured for those types of operations? And we are concerned that that particular question has not yet sufficiently been answered.
Government condemns PNP Council for disrespect to the public and Jamaica mothers. Spokesperson of the Jamaica Labour Party JLP, Vanessa Phillips, is condemning remarks made by People's National Party PNP Councillor for the Belfield Division in Manchester Central, Maria Mitchell, who features regularly at public events held by the opposition party. In a statement, Phillips pointed out that Mitchell, while using the social media platform X on July 21, asserted to disrespecting the mothers of Jamaicans who made inquiries of him concerning absence of visible drainage on a road he suggested he got fixed in the division he represents. Mitchell reportedly told members of the public who made inquiries on the social media platform X, "Check your mother, like her, the drains run deep and wide to everyone, run in on me and think I am going to stay quiet. You have a next thing coming. My freedom of speech 8 will ensure that I get a healthy and hearty SYM." According to Phillips, the SYM acronym is well known as a term of utmost and extreme disrespect. For Constance Mitchell to make such a post is disrespectful to every single Jamaican, including mothers. Additionally, for Mitchell to tell Jamaicans that the drains are deep and wide like their mothers is a despicable comment for which he should be disciplined. Not only did the council decide not to respond appropriately to reasonable inquiries about the purported use of state funds on the road and the absence of adequate drainage provisions, he sought to disrespect every single Jamaican and their mothers by using a most vile insults. The repeated and unrepented use of extremely disrespectful insults by Mitchell is a reminder of the People's National Party willingness to sink to the lowest levels and their lack of regard for people of Jamaica, stated Phillips. She commented on the People's National Party Mark Golding's silence on the conduct of Mitchell is yet another reminder of Golding and the People's National Party willingness to tolerate the most unbecoming and disgraceful conduct for its members and representatives. According to Phillips, the convenient silence from the PNP Women's Movement and its president, Patricia Duncan Sutherland, on Mitchell's grave insult to women and the public at large also reiterates their hypocrisy and lack of credibility. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.